before I start, there was a comment in the comment section from David Carter saying, "Come on, Squire, I need a good laugh." Don't even think about me giving a good laugh because I'm just here to do my normal job. That's what I do. Anyway, this is my normal job, and this is Cadwell Park, round 4 of the World Series Virtual Racing's BTCC, round 4, and yeah, it is an absolutely random circuit, really. And we're currently in practice at the moment, and we're currently looking at Roy Worcester being chased around by Jan Tits as they go round. Hold on, let me just okay, here we are. Okay, here I am. I got the track map here, and they previously going through the hairpin now, going up to the final corner, which is called Barn, which is a simple right-hander before they go down the start and finish straight into the red zone, which they must not crash at any time during the first lap of the race, any race. Then they are now going up to Charlie's. It's a simple right-hander, both apexes. Now, after this corner, it is the end of the red zone. At this point, there's no points to return. Through Park straight up to Park corner. It's a right hand turn near about 90 degrees, but it should be safe enough. Going through Crest Curve, which is a little bit less degrees, but it should be able to get you out of the corner fine. Down to the gooseneck chicane, like so, brilliantly. Going up to the Mansfield, which is a much more of a tighter corner as we go past up to Cospis and then the mountain chicane. And looks like Tiss has gone a little bit over the top there before going back up to the hall bends and then the hairpin once again. Now now that is. Oh yeah, yeah. I need to get the. Yes, I need to go and get the championship standings up. Okay, so here are the championship positions at the moment. Kevin Mass is still leading for Racing Association the NGTC by 1 point ahead of Daniel Hahn, who has had a fantastic race back at Rockingham. He's only 1 point behind Mass. Now Mass, as I can tell, has got only 2 strikes. One more strike and he's out of the championship because due to his incidents back at Rockingham and Knockhill and such like that, he only has 2 strikes left, so he only has 1 more strike and he's out. He must not waste that 1 more strike here at Caldwell. If he does, then he's out of the race, and therefore Daniel Hahn will take the lead. Manical Pushman is a further 4 points back in 3rd. 4th place is Matthew Lewis in the first of the M Sport Racings in 4th. In 5th is excuse me, is Simon Crane in 5th. 6th place is Chris English for Gravel Trap Racing, the defending champion, not having a good season so far. Christian Bram, the 2nd of the Rockstar Racings, in 7th. Jan Tits is in 8th. 9th is Roy Worcester, and Mats Hesfeld, the other P1 gaming racing team, rounds out your top 10. Now, I believe that the P1 racing team is going to have a new livery within the next couple of races, and so far neither. Yes, Hahn is on the server, but no idea where he is on track. There he is. There he's on track, and he's if I can go actually on board with him. And let's just have a look around the body kit. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely bloody brilliant. Sorry for that. I'm just looking at that camera angle. I'm actually operating like that. It's absolutely brilliant, man. Oh, right. enough of this, right? I'm supposed to be professional here out here. So, all sounding good. Daniel Hahn is in strong form. Oh my God! Look at his rolling, roll! Oh my God! Into the barriers he goes. Not a good practice session he's having at this moment in time. Look at it. He's actually stuck in the barriers, but that way he's able to get going now. Oh my God, Daniel, what are you like? I mean, you are going well, but just calm it down, bro. Right. So he ends that disappointing lap, hoping to improve it, or is he going to the pits because he does need to repair his car for a bit. Now I should give him more information about Cadwell Park. Now Cadwell is basically a very technical circuit, loads of high bends and corners, and basically it's all narrow and possibly very dangerous because there's not much barriers around, isn't it? Virtually, because do excuse me again. I mean, there are tyre barriers and there are actual barriers around, but there doesn't seem to be much. They're all on the outside, which is a good safety thing. But what happens if you crash a car on the circuit and it's on the inside? Then basically it's going to give me a little bit of a safety issue. And I hear that if you actually have to look on the side of the circuit, it's actually nearly like a rallycross circuit, because as you can see, there are gravel traps, but they're sort of like road lines. So yeah, there may be a rallycross circuit. Right, let's have a look at someone else who's currently on track at the moment. We're having a look at Rec. Yeah, Robert Rec in the Twitter Racing MRA car. Well, he's not in that. He's just simply in an Opel. Going through the. Oh, damn! I forgot. Oh dear. Actually, that was a little bit necessary because some people entered the server while I was commentating just now. So yeah. What was I now? Oh yes, circuit. So let's have a look at someone else. Yes, Andy Horton, and his whole front end's gone. Man. Andy, if you are actually listening to this, I suggest you need to go into the pit lane now, because your front end completely damaged to waste. I mean, yeah, look, you're going off track, man. And now you're gonna let Chris English go past. Yep. Let's have a look at Reese, and he's chasing Max Spooner for in the quarter mass. And Reese just gone off a little bit much more wider than Spooner, but he's managed to keep it. And he's gone a little bit inside too much. You're cutting everywhere, Reese. Don't cut everywhere. Right. And then we go. Oh, who's that? That's Simon Crane. He's hit it and the whole bends. Is he alright? I'll have to find out soon. He's not, yeah, I believe he's okay. So basically, he good action already in practice before even the race gets underway, which but qualifying is about a couple of minutes away. I can tell you that. Right. Let's have a look at his teammate Matthew Lewis, who's just going through the whole bends, controlled as good. Right, going through the hairpin. And then going up past Barn. And Tony Barker has entered the game. Okay. Let's go on board. Okay, so he's going up to Charlie's, making sure that he's keeping good on the inside of that. There we go. Do not clip the apex too much, otherwise you will launch off the track. Now going down and up the park straight. It is a little bit of a curve straight before actually going into the park. It's a right-hander. I'm actually full of rugby here today. Now going through crest curve. Not much degrees, like I said last time, but though he's all right. Now he's cut it. Now just in front of him is Chris English as he goes past the gooseneck, going down into Mansfield, the tied left-hander. Is he going to cut it? No. He's keeping that absolutely controlled as he goes up to Cospis, and then the left and right hander of the mountain. Is he going to go wide? No. Brilliant. Now coming up to the whole bends now. So it's right, left, and right. Oh, and Chris English has blown it, just going out to the hairpin, and Matthew Lewis nearly did as he goes up into the barn, going down the main straight, and that is his lap. What does he do? A 1 minute 17.738. So that's that's about nearly a second off the pace from Mass. Right, let's have a look at someone else. Have a look at Chris English, who has been held up by wreck. Not much good there. Let's have a look at someone else. Andy Horton, has he fixed his car? Yes, he has. He's just coming out of the mountain now, going down into the hall bends, and oh, he's sliding about everywhere, and that's not good. Horton will be furious with that. And who's behind him? It's Simon Crane. So let's see him start another lap. So he's just coming up to the first corner. It's a left-hander, a quick left-hander before going into Charlie's, the right-hander, two apexes. And who's he got behind him? Simon Crane. And he's only about 200ths of a second faster than the man who's in 10th place, which, by the way, has been knocked out. It was Bateman, but now it's Worcester. Where is he now? He's just going down the gooseneck before going into the left-hander Mansfield. Is he going to cut it? No, he's not going to cut it. Going through Cospis now, which you can see the starfish straight from there before going into the tricky left and right-hander of the mountain. No widening there, but he is 10. But he's only nearly a second off the pace from Worcester, who's in 10th place, and going for the whole bends. Is he going to slide it about? No, not as much, but he did a little bit ruined it on the first part of it, and now it's been overtaken by Crane as they go into the barn. Nice and steady through there, going through down into the main straight, and his time is a 1 minute 20.870. So that's a full nearly 3 seconds off the 10th place time, off the pace of it. Let's have a look at someone else. We're on board with Dene Manasiv, who's just behind Reese and Spooner. Okay, we're just being confirmed that only 5 minutes to go until qualifying begins, and Manasiv is fantastic outside. Oh, they both touched! They both touched, and Manasiv has absolutely blown it on Charlie's. Oh my days. Right, let's have a look at Bateman now. He's just coming out of the mountain, going into the hall bends. Is he going to be safe through there? Right, left, and right. Brilliantly controlled. Coming out of the hairpin into barn. Brilliant power there by Bateman. Going through the start and finish straight. His time is a 1:18.423. Only 4 tenths off from the 10th position time. Now we're on board with, who is this now? I don't know who it is. Right. We're now on board with Robert Reck. He's just going down Cospis now before going up the mountain. Look at that! 8 thousandths of a second. Yes, 8 thousandths of a second faster than Worcester. Is he going to blow it going through the whole bends? Don't think so. Oh, he's nearly rolled it. But no, he has got a little bit wide coming out of heaven, and that's basically ruined his lap. And Robert Rex is going to slow down. Yes, he is. Not happy with that at all. Right, Simon Crane now. Where is he now? He's coming up to Cospis before going up the mountain. Going through the whole bends. Right, left, then right again. Safely through the hairpin. And then right-hander, the barn. brilliant exit, and he's not going to beat the pole time. He's done a 1 minute 19 dead, only 2.2 seconds off the pole time, which is set by Kevin Mass. Let's have a look at someone else. Excuse me. We're now on board with Max Spooner. Not going well per usual, but he is putting up a consistent pace now, and he's only 5 seconds off from the 10th place time. So okay, so 45 to Kevin Mass, 35 to Daniel Hahn, who's going to get the 25 kilograms now. Excuse me. Now Simon Crane was actually faster there. 15 kilograms of penalty weight mass to Matthew Lewis. 5 kilogram penalty mass to Simon Crane. But who's going to get the 25 kilometer penalty mass? Because we haven't seen on the screen yet. We're still on board with Crane, just going through Charlie's, going down the park straight, now going up the park straight. Brilliant. Going through the right-hand park corner. Before going into the Chris corner, he's got a little bit wide there. And I believe he stopped, and I believe he's going through slowly through there, so yeah. Going through Gooseneck, going down the left-hand Mansfield, and then the Cospis, and then the Mountain as the left and right-hander. Specifically difficult on the right-hander. Go to the Hall Bend now. Okay, going into hairpin before going down into the barn, making sure that he's keeping safe going through there. And yeah, that's basically his lap over. Let's have a look at someone else. Andy Horton is still out there. Yeah, and we only go about qualifying in just about 1 minute. Who else is out on track? Muller. And Muller's completely lost it, just going out to the gooseneck. And yeah, like I said, danger on the inside of the track. And so yeah. Okay, so we are going into the next session, so please do excuse me while we yeah, we're going into the next section now, so please do excuse me for a sec. Okay. And I got loads of people just basically commenting on the race, like O Hardwick and McDanger and such like that. I think this is possibly not the kind of race for you, but anyway, we are going to get to race. We are going to get racing with qualifying. Where is the main leader up? Let's have a look who is going to start their qualifying lap. First, man leading the pack at the moment is Kevin Mass in his Vauxhall Insignia. Much different design than what he had at Rockingham. Going through the oh dear, lost it again. Okay, so yeah, here we go. He's going through the whole bends now, going through hairpin, and then going down into the barn. Okay, we're on board now with him for him to start his first lap of the evening. So he's keeping it good along the straight, going into the first corner. He's keeping it accelerating before he has to brake a little bit for Charlie's. The two apex to 2. Going through 2. There we go. Going through down into Park Straight. Now going up Park Straight because it is gone downwards and then upwards. Going into Park Corner is a 90-degree right-hander. Not exactly. And then going a little bit less tighter crest curve. Making sure he's keeping on the inside. Not much apex there, but he's alright. Going through the gooseneck. Left, right, keeping it safe. It doesn't make sure it doesn't go wide, but it does a little bit. Going into the going into the left-hander Mansfield. Going up into Cospiss. Good place for him. And then he goes up into the mountain. Tricky right-hander coming up. Going wide? No, he doesn't. As he goes along the mountain, into the whole bands. Right, left, right, left, right, into the hairpin. Brilliant. Going into the barn. Brilliant. And this is his initial time of the afternoon, a 1 minute 17.337. English is only about nearly a tenth of a second off from Mass. Then it is Worcester, then Spooner. Lewis, Crane has got into third place. So basically already shuffling down. Jan Titz just made his time, gone into third place. Michael Pushman is one of the few people in the top 10 who still needs to do his lap. Yeah, we already got our top 10 now. We got Christian Bram. Christian Bram has overtaken Mass's time by about 3 thousandths of a second. 3 thousandths faster than Kevin Mass. Bravo to you, son. Bravo. Now, so yeah, top 10 is as follows: Christian Bram, Kevin Mass, Chris English, Jan Titz, Simon Crane, Matthew Lewis, Neil Bateman, Roy Worcester, Robert Reck, and Max Spooner. And whoa, did we just? Oh yes, Pishman just gone off. Pishman's just gone off. What a disaster for him. Not what he wanted to see. But though this is Cadwell Park, it is a little bit of a tight course. So he has to do that lap all over again. Not much luck for him. He is behind Horton, who's currently in 11th place. And Mass has responded to Bram's time by going at least another tenth of a second faster than Bram. So Bram is really putting the pressure on Mass this afternoon. But where is the P1 racing duo of both Han and Husfeld? That's the main point. None of them have qualified yet, and I believe that's Han just going through to do or do his lap time. Yeah, he's doing his lap time now. Let's go on board with him. Going through the first corner up into Charlie's, the 2 apex turn 2. Brilliant. Safe as it should be, going down and then up the Park Straight. Only 0.08 of a second faster than Mass going into Park Corner. Is he going to hit the apex? No, he doesn't. He's gone a little bit wide, but he's maintained it. Going through Chris Curve. Safe and sound going through there. Going down into Gooseneck. Right. Left. Is he going to go wide there? No. Going into Mansfield. The tight Mansfield. Safe through there. Brilliant. Going through Crosspits. Coming up into the mountain. Going through left. And then a tight right. And then going through the mountain straight. Up into the whole bends. Right. Left. Right. Left. And then right. Safe and sound through there. Going through the hairpin. Then it goes up into... Oh, I think he's just lost a little bit of momentum there. Yeah, I think he's lost a little momentum. I think he spoiled his lap. Yep, it's official. He spoiled his lap. He's gone into 14 for 1 minute 19.1. But that way he could go for another lap. Where's the teammate Husfield gone? Husfield has not completed a lap yet. But who is in front of him now? He's got Dene Balasiv in front of him. Oh, careful there, Dan. Going through Chris curves. Going down the goose deck. Right. Left. Going down into Mansfield. Left turn. Got a little bit cutting there, but that's alright. And he's gone a little bit off there. Going through Crosspits. Brilliant. Before he comes up to the mountain. He's lost a little bit of momentum there. Yeah, especially he's actually slowed down. What's wrong with him? What is wrong with Daniel Hahn? He's not used to things like this. Or is he just trying for another lap? Yep, he's trying for another lap now. Going for the first corner now. Going for Charlie's. Going down and then going up the park straight. He's only about 0.03 of a second faster than that man in than Muller. And we have official that both Crane and Husfield have overtaken Mass for the top spots. Crane has got a pole ahead of Husfield. Crane's done a 1 minute 16.764, and that's brilliant. Really, really brilliant. But we are keeping an eye on Daniel Hahn because he is a title contender. And he's going for the whole bends fast and safe. Brilliant going through there. Going for the hairpin. Is he going to lose momentum at this stage? Because last time he was there, he lost the momentum. But is he going to do it this time? No, he isn't. Keep on going, Daniel. Come on. Come on. No, he's not going to make it. But he has got into the top 10 now. He did a 1 minute 17.7. Brilliant work from Daniel Hahn. Now let's see him going up to the pole. Let's see him try and crack down on Simon Crane. Let's see him get on the top spot. Coming up to the arc curve now. Going through Chris curve and then going through the goose deck. Right. Left. Going through Mansfield. Difficult left-hander, brilliant. Over there. Okay, going through the whole bends. Right, left, and then right again into the hairpin. Going through the barn. And oh, he's lost a little bit. But he might even do it this time. No. He's gone a little bit faster though. He's gone a little bit faster. He's only 0.6 off the pace. Bram has posted another time, but he's only about 0.5 off the pace. Let's have a look at someone else. There's Christian Bram. And who's that? That's Kevin Mass. Kevin. He's currently in 6th. He's been overtaken by Lewis, Tits, and English, as well as Crane and Hutsfeld. Hutsfeld has gone a little bit down. Where's Mass gonna come through after he done this lap? Going through the barn now. Mass is still in 6th position. If Crane gets pole, then that basically means that's the first ever M Sport racing car on pole position this year. And there we have Matt Hesfeld just going through the Hall bends now. And that's a little bit faster than his teammate did just now in quali. Where is Hesfeld gonna go? Hesfeld is in 4th position. Crane has again knocked down his time. He's done a 1 minute 16.764. Or was that the same time? I really don't know. But anyway, let's have a look at someone else. There's Crane's teammate Matthew Lewis going up into the mountain chicane now. Coming up into the Hall bends. Right, left, and then right into the hairpin. That was brilliant taking of that corner from Matthew Lewis. Okay, going through the barn, going through safely. Okay, and there we go, and there you go, across the line in 1 minute 17.5. Let's look at someone else. There's Jan Tits in the Vauxhall Insignia just in front of Matt Hutsfeld. We only got about 2 minutes of this qualifying session left, and it's turning into a brilliant one. Okay, Jan Tits is currently in 2nd, and Matt Hutsfeld is in 4th. There's Simon Crane, hoping to improve on his time in the last minute and a half or so left of qualifying here at Cadwell Park, round 4 of the World Series Virtual Racing's BTCC. Coming up into the park corner, and then Chris curve. Staying at sound through there. Through the gooseneck. Right, left. Going down into Mansfield. It's a confident left corner. We'll say tight left corner. Going into the much not tight Cospix. And then going into the mountain curve. And Craig's got a little bit has got a little bit of oversteer just coming out of the left apex of the mountain curve. Going into Hall bends, left, right, left, right, left, and then right into the hairpin. Brilliant, take it out that corner. Coming through into barn. This is going to go wide. No, that's brilliant qualifying from Simon Crane. There we are, across the line. And he's still got that time. Is Tits gonna beat that time? Where is Tits, by the way? Tits is only about coming through the Park and Chris curve, as we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the qualifying session is over. Only Tits, Lewis or Husfield can beat Crane's time. So let's have a look at Jan Tits, who is currently in 2nd. We're looking at him now. Mass has completed his time, and he's not going to make it onto pole. Now, it's up to English, Huddersfield, Lewis, and Lewis completed his time, and he's not made it. Tits is only about 100th of a second faster than Crane. So let's see if Tits can actually do it. He's going through, coming up into bar now. Is Tits going to beat Simon Crane's time? And Tits comes through the line now, and the answer is no, he doesn't. Crane is on pole, or is he? We still got Hutchfield and English to do. Where is Hutchfield gone? Lewis is in the pits. Here comes Hutchfield. He's completed his lap time and he's done 4th place. And here comes Chris English. What time is he going to do? He's still in 5th. It's official then. Simon Crane is on pole position for this evening's race 4 of the BTCC here at Cadwell Park. Brilliant driving from Simon Crane. Absolutely fantastic drive. I cannot believe it. So we'll just get a couple of interviews up here in a sec, but while we're waiting, we'll just wait for you here. Don't go away.
User
set.
to your channel.
Right, I have got the first I got the first place man here for the pole position here today, Mr. Simon Crane. Hello, Simon. Congratulations on your pole lap. You must really be delighted with M Sport's first pole position of the season.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's just I'll wait for the results in the race now.
Did you think it was a little bit of a struggle that you think that Kevin Mass might be able to get pole position, and the matter of fact that he's got loads of weight on board, that did you think that he was actually you thought that he was actually going to get that pole today?
I don't know, for 45 kilos around it is a killer, so yeah, had a hard work to try and do it.
Okay. Do you expect that he might have a win for race 1?
I'm on pole around Cadwell, so it's quite difficult to pass, but you never know what could happen.
Okay, thank you very much, Simon Crane, and we'll just let you get on with it.
Okay, cheers.
Okay, ta-ra.
User was moved out of your channel.
So yeah, we'll go and get to the race in a we'll only go about a couple of minutes left, and we'll get to racing for the first race. Don't go away.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, I believe we are going into the race. So while we're waiting for the other cars to get up onto the grid, we shall be racing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, drivers are out onto their racing laps. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look who is on pole. On pole position we have Mr. Simon Crane. In second place we have Jan Titz. In third, Matthew Lewis. Matt Hasfield is in fourth. Oh, and Matthew Lewis is told on the formation lap. What is going on with him? Does the race have to be restarted? Maybe maybe restarted. Because we want most cars on the grid, and mostly people are already having accidents at the beginning of the formation lap. Yep, the race is being the race will be restarted. And I can see on the server that Sir Simon Crane is actually going mad on the start line.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Right, yes, we're going into the race again. God help, it will be a much more better race this time. Okay, so we're nearly ready. And basically the race has been aborted again. What is going on? Okay, so basically we have to wait another couple of minutes now
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Right, let's hope this will be a safer and regular start, because we had 2 restarts now. Let's hope for a much better restart. Okay, fantastic, come on. Some night this is turning out to be, seriously. Okay, we just need to wait for you guys to move off the grid. Okay, so there we go. Right, let's have a look at the grid positions. In pole position we have Simon Crane. In second place we have Jan Titz. Then we got Matthew Lewis in third place. Fourth place Matt Husfeld. Then we've got Chris English just behind them, who is currently in fourth. Sorry, then Kevin Mass, Christian Bram, Daniel Hahn. Then we got Michael Pishman, Roy Wilsner, Robert Reck, Mark Spooner, Neil Bateman, Andy Muller, Tony Barker, Denny Manaziv, Reese. And basically that is it. Unless I missed out a couple of people. So, the routine at the start: do a full lap of the circuit, but they're only at a small pace to actually want the tyres. Just wiggle about and just go to the grid, wait for everyone to come onto the grid, and then we'll be ready and let's go. But this is an absolutely tricky circuit. Not many people have actually got it right on the circuit, but will they actually get it right on the circuit today? There's an enormous task ahead. We'll have to find out. So championship standings, if we're looking at this moment in time, if Crane wins more than one race today, then he'll be eventually leading the championship ahead of Kevin Mass. Or is it Jan Titz who's just behind him? I believe it's Hahn. Yeah, I think it's Hahn. So yeah, so Simon Crane on the left, Jan Titz on the right, and we're just waiting for the Jan Titz on the left, Simon Crane on the right, and we only got, and the first phase of Cadwell Park is right out, and away we go. Simon Crane's got a good start, but is Jan Titz going to overtake him before he goes into the first corner? No, he doesn't. Simon Crane has got the inside line just fine. Going into the first corner now. Any contact behind? No. Any contact coming through? Going for that corner? Oh, yes, there is. Muller's got off the track. Going through the park straight, and then coming up into the park bend. And Reese has gone off, going through into the gooseneck chicane. We're all going down into Mansfield. Brilliant, taking there, fantastic. Okay, brilliant. Left, right, going up there into the right-hander. Left-hander, right, left, and right again. Okay, going up into the second corner, which is Charlie's, and going down and up the park straight. Going into park. And then Chris curve. Into the gooseneck. Right and left. Going down into Mansfield. It's a tricky right left-hander before going into Cospits. And then going up into the mountain. A left turn and a right turn. Careful for the apex there. And Muller has actually really struggled with the circuit, hasn't he? Because he's just only and yep, Muller's officially gone off. Is he good? Has he retired? Or is he going to wait for everyone else to go past? Might have to wait for that soon. And oh! Reese has gone off! And Manasib has gone into the wall! Oh my days! That is not a good. That's not a good race for the Teller team. So Reese nearly rolled his car into the barriers going into the hairpin. And Reese has gone off once again. This time at Muller's gone off once as well. So basically, the Teller team is not having a good race at all. I mean, seriously, not one bit. They spun off at Charlie's twice. They nearly spun themselves off at Park, and then nearly crashed themselves off at the hairpin. I mean, how much more worse could their race get? Unless it gets any much more better. Now they've got Tony Barker behind them. Right, let's have a look. And as well as Dane Manasib, who nearly got himself involved in the incident. Going into the Hall bends once again. And Husfeld has moved up one place. English has moved up one place. So it's Hahn, Bram, and Spooner. Or is it someone else? Yeah, it's Worcester and Spooner. Okay, let's have a look at and English is going to make a move on Husfeld going into Park. Is he going to make an inside or an outside move? And the answer is he's not going to make a move. Take that. Is he going to do into Chris Curve? The answer is no. Going down the gooseneck. Possibly English is going to make a move down, going down into Mansfield. No, but he is a little bit closer. Is he going to make a move on the mountain curve as they go past Cospis? Nope. Okay, just going out of barn. Going down the main straight once again. Going up into Charlie's. Excuse me. Only 11 laps left. And English is going to make a move on in going into Park. And all he really does, Chris English is really close on Husfeld. Only go about, yeah, still 11 laps to go. Let's have a look at many other battles going on. There's one between Spooner and Manasib, but not much close. Nope, it's only just between English and Huddersfield. Crane still leading ahead of Tits and Lewis. And then it's Huddersfield and English. And then we got in 6th place Hahn, Worcester, Bram. That's around the top 8. Chris English is much more faster than Huddersfield. You just need to find the right place and the timing to actually pass him. And he makes his move, going into Park. No, he doesn't quite make it. Going into the gooseneck. Going past Barn into the home stretch. Not much happening at the moment in time. And English is actually slower than Huddersfield now. Huddersfield is actually pulling away from English. Huddersfield is not going to get overtaken at this moment in time. English is trying to get past him, but there's no sign yet. Is he going to pass him on the home stretch? Nope. Going to the left, into the right of Gooseneck. Going into the hairpin and then going back down into Barn. And English is not making a move on Huddersfield anytime soon. Seriously, English, if you're going to pass him, then pass him. There's no hesitation. You are the reigning world champion. He's a championship contender, but you're not in the running of the championship, so you may as well overtake him if you're a little bit faster than him. Let's have a look at some other battles. And Muller's gone off again. Seriously, Muller's not having a good race. Even Horton's going past him. And Horton's got a little bit wide. A little bit wide, boy. Going through into Mansfield now. Okay, going into the whole bends. Oh, careful Horton, you don't want to overdo it. Going into the hairpin now. 6 laps to go. And who's had a crash there? We'll find out soon. Hasfeld and English are at it again. But English is much closer this time. Come on English, pass him man. But not in this corner because that's a little bit tricky. Going through the whole bends. Going into the hairpin now. And after Barn, this might be the opportunity that English can actually make a move on Huddersfield. Here comes Chris English. Oh, that is some close racing there going through the Charlies. Coming up to Park now. Is he going to make it on the outside? That is unorthodox if he does so. He nearly does. But though Huddersfield just manages to shut the door on him. And as a result, English is a bit backwards again. 5 laps to go and Huddersfield's got a little bit wide. That might prompt English to close up a little bit much more on him. Okay, so we're going into the left and right again. Going down the Park Straight. Going up the Park Straight and then going into Park. 24 laps to go. There's Simon Crane still leading ahead of Tits and his teammate Lewis. But the question is, where is Kevin Mass? We haven't seen him since. There he is. He's just behind Michael Pishman, who's currently in 7th place. So there we are. There's a close battle there, instead of English and Huddersfield most of the time. But is Pishman going to defend off Kevin Mass, who is, by the way, he's leading the championship by only 1 point. Going into Barn. Kevin Mass, are you going to get past Pishman? Remember, you really got to be careful, because remember, you only got 1 more strike left. If you lose that strike, you're basically out. And that's close to racing, going through the Charlies. Okay, Kevin Mass has made his move. Is he going to overtake Pishman going into Park? And the answer is yes! Fantastic overtake from Kevin Mass there. Only 3 laps to go. And Christian Bram is next in front of Mass, but Mass is not going to have enough time to catch up because he's only got about 3 laps to go, and Crane is only about a couple of meters away before starting his penultimate lap. And there's Reese stopping on the racing line. What is he doing? No, he's just making his way past for back markers, and he's lost his front bumper as well. So basically, he's not having a good race at all. No, seriously, he isn't. Let's have a look at someone else. Oh, and Reese has gone off again. This time, is he stuck? Yep. Reese is retired. Okay, 2 laps to go, and Huddersfield and English has actually caught up to Lewis. So Lewis's spot on podium is basically under threat from Huddersfield, but can he hold it for only about a couple more laps? He's only got about 2 laps left. Jan Tits unable to catch up to Crane, so basically Tits might finish. It will finish second. Lewis is still under attack from Huddersfield and English, who is trying to catch up to him, but might not be able to do it. Christian Bram is further behind, ahead of Kevin Mass and Michael Pishman. Hahn is in 9th, and in 10th is Roy Wisner. Well, both Nutellas, basically the only remaining Nutella is still in the race. Muller, who's currently basically not going well, and Crane has got a fast lap on his final lap of the race. Only 1 more lap to go. So yeah, that's Simon Crane going through the Chris curve, coming up to the gooseneck. Right, left, going down into Mansfield. Left-hander turn, going into the Cospis corner. Before coming up into the mountain is a left and then right. Don't go too wide, otherwise you will end up in the barrier. Now coming up into the Hall bends, right, left, and right into the hairpin. Brilliant there as he goes into the barn. For the final time only for this race comes Simon Crane to win the first race, and he's elated, really elated. In second place is Jan Tits, but who's going to come third? That's a big, and Lewis come home in third, Huddersfield 4th, English is in 5th, 6th place is Christian Bram, 7th is Kevin Mass. Not a good race for him. 8th is Michael Pishman. 9th is Daniel Hahn. Just coming out up ahead of a lapped Andy Horton. Near photo finish there. And coming up in 10th place is Roy Wisner. So basically that was a really good race. So now, all we have to do now is just wait for the interviews. Right, a little bit off topic. Six Nations. Basically, we've beaten France 27-6. Cymru Baith. Well done, Wales lads. Now back to the, tonight. Right, I will be back in a sec. Don't go away.
User joined your channel.
Okay, so we got our first man here for an interview, Mr. Max Spooner. Hello, Max.
Hi there, you're right.
So, how was your race from your point of view?
It was alright. My main focus for the race really was to just concentrate on finishing the race. I knew there'll be some people pushing too hard, so I thought if I make sure I keep the car stable, that I should bring the car home with a good result. So yeah, all in all, quite pleased. I made a few errors which cost me a couple of positions, but other than that, I'm happy.
With Cadwell Park being the most difficult circuit, well, basically in the UK, do you think you find it a little bit challenging around here?
It is a challenge, definitely. The car does feel like you could lose it at any moment. So some of the corners you don't go flat out in race trim, purely because you may get caught out, particularly going through the mountains and through the first chicane down the hill. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and we all relish the challenge. We wouldn't enjoy the circuit as much as we did if it wasn't.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining me, Max, and wish you the best for race 2.
Cheers.
User left your channel.
Okay, so that's one interview done. Let's just wait for another one if needs be. By the way, there have been the penalty masses have been applied to Simon Crane, Jan Titz, Matthew Lewis, Matt Huddersfield, and Chris English. Simon gets 45, Jan 35, Matthew 25, Matt's 15, and
User
Chris
joined your
5.
channel.
Okay, so we got another interviewer in, and this time is Mr. Matthew Lewis. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
So, congratulations on your podium. Was it a little bit difficult to defend from Matt Huddersfield for about a couple of laps away from the end?
He was far enough back, but it took us again. Changed setups. Strong car at the beginning, but it fades off quite a lot towards the end, so let's try and do something to adjust that.
And how was the race from your point of view?
First few laps quite intense. Good battle with Jan. Again, you know, it's kind of very strong in the opening laps, but it seems to fade off once you're about 5-6 laps in. So need to try and sort that one out and hopefully even it out. But yeah, well, once it dropped off, it was fairly lonely really, just trying not to throw it off like I normally do around here.
Right. Two things. Just one, wish you the best of luck for race 2, and two, send my congratulations to Simon on his win.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Okay, thank you very much for joining me, Matt, and see you.
User left your channel.
Okay, so might as well wait for one more interviewer before we actually go off. Or is that it so far? I believe that might be it. Might see you soon.
attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, so we are going into race 2 after a long wait. Finally. So basically the positions are from the last race. Simon Crane is on pole position ahead of Jan Titz and Matthew Lewis, Matt Huddersfield, Chris English, Christian Bram, Kevin Mass, Michael Pishman, Daniel Hahn and Roy Wisner. That is your top 10. But let's have a look at below that once everyone else has gone off the grid. Right, Simon Crane still leading ahead of Jan Titz. Then we got Matthew Lewis. So we just so yeah, there's Max Spooner, Dane Manziv, Andy Horton, Miller, and basically who's that going? That's Wreck. What's going on with Wreck? And there's Reese. So Wreck has to go to the back. Not a good time for him. So we're just waiting for the other guys to come around. Okay, just waiting for the end of the lap to go. And Jan Titz is hoping to get a much more better start on this race than he did in the last race, because remember the last race he didn't get off well. So, grid order as per usual. Simon Crane on the right, Jan Titz on the left. It's going to be an exciting race. Race number 2 here at Cadwell Park. How hard could it be? So we only got about 4 lights to go, and then the second race here at Cadwell Park is lights out, and away we go for this 15-lap race. And Simon Crane has got still got that great start that he had in the last race. But is Matthew Lewis going to defend off Matt Huddersfield going into the first corner? The answer is yes. Anyone gone off? Muller not gone off yet. Wait a minute, someone just gone off, and that's English coming into the park corner. Oh, did Max Speed just go off? Nope, there's only a little bit of slide there going into the gooseneck. Into Mansfield, and Titz has already just gone off. Yeah, Titz has gone off of the track, so that means both M Sports cars are in front. Simon Crane leading his teammates, Matthew Lewis ahead of Matt Huddersfield. Okay. Any close contact, any close battles at the moment? Did I just say someone got off in the background? Reese has gone into the pit lane. I bet this is for another retirement. Oh, is there someone in the trees? Yeah, that's Jan Titz! What is he doing? He is not having a good race, isn't he? So Reese has gone into the pit lane, and Titz has gone off twice now. Back at the front, and Simon Crane still ahead of his teammates and Huddersfield. And oh! That's Muller and Horton! What is going on? Going through the hall bends. Now this is where usually people crash out. Is anybody going to crash out this time? Nope, nobody's crashing out at the moment. But Muller has lost his front bumper again. Everyone's made it through there safely once again. Going through Charlie's. Going through the gooseneck into Mansfield. Coming up the mountain now. Where's Simon Crane? Simon Crane's out? Where's Simon Crane gone? He's down in 12th position, which means that Matthew Lewis is now leading ahead of Huddersfield and Bram. And what's going on back there? It's Huddersfield, he's lost it! Huddersfield has actually lost it. So that means that Lewis is now ahead of Bram and Hahn and Mass and English and Spooner. Wreck is behind them ahead of Huddersfield, Manaziv and Pishman. So basically, some people from the first race who have won have gone all the way down and left their teammates usually just behind them in front of them. What a turn of events this is turning out to be. Only 12 laps to go. Reese far behind the pack. Muller is still in front, but he's a little bit lost for words. And a little bit of loss to the bumper as well. And Manaziv nearly spinning around on the mountain. Going through Charlie's now. Okay, going into the left and then into the right. Only 10 laps to go. Matthew Lewis is still leading. Let's see if there's any battles going on behind him. Between English and Hahn. Now English, he had a little bit of trouble with Huddersfield in the previous race. Is he going to be having the same problem with Hahn? And Robert Wreck is out of the race. So anyway, let's have a look at this battle. Is English going to get past Hahn? He's basically having nearly the same problem as Huddersfield, isn't he? Unless Han makes a mistake, English might not be able to get past Han. Going for the goose, going for the gooseneck, going through into Mansfield. And then just coming up into the mountain, left, right, not too wide, brilliant. Going into the whole bends, right, left, and then right into the hairpin. Everything's safe through there. Going into the left, going into the right, into Charlie's. And Mass is just right in front of them, and he's actually slow. Is he slow or fast? Kevin Mass is actually making the move on Christian Bram. Is he going to make it? Oh, they touched! Oh my days, they touched! Mass, you need to be careful! Remember, you only got one strike left. Bram's gone a little bit off track. Mass is really pushing it now. Right, left, and then right into the hairpin. And going up into Park. Going into left, going into the sorry, that was right and left, and then going into the Mansfield. Mass has overtaken Bram. I see behind. And English still unable to get past Han, though Han is a little bit pulled away from English. And Mass is just right behind Lewis. So Lewis is having a little bit of a problem here. Right, Mass is still behind Lewis. He's not really catching up to Lewis, but though he is actually. Mass is really pushing his luck. He does desperately wants to win, but he has to be very, very careful. He's actually really, really close. Mass is nearly close to him, and yep, Mass made his move, and he nearly takes out Lewis, but and he touches Lewis. That's gonna cost a little bit of Mass. Mass needs to be careful. Going through Charlie's, going down the park straight, and coming up into the park corner. Is Mass gonna make his move on Lewis? No. Going into the barn. Mass is only about. He's nearly close. Nearly close now. Going into the left-hander, then the right, and he's actually pulled it off. Has he? They're both side by side, and woo! Mass is really pushing his luck. Oh dear. Only 3 laps to go. Mass can really get this victory if he wants to, but Lewis needs to defend as much as he can. Remember, as I said before, and I'll say it again, Mass has only got 1 strike left. 1 more strike gone, and he's out. Mass is really close to him. Going into park. Just coming into Chris corner, going down into the goose neck, and Mass gonna try on the outside. Ooh! So close, Kevin. And now he's coming up into the mountain, and Mass might be able to make his move. No, he doesn't. Oh my God! That is officially blown. Matt's race. That's officially blown it. Well, that does lead in prospect is Mass is now leading the race. Lewis is now seething. He's really seething now. Lewis might be able to find out that if Mass did cause that incident, then basically that's going to put on another strike, and that's basically him out of the running. But though Christian Bram is below for the time being. He is leading the race. Christian Bram is in second. Daniel Hahn is in third. English in fourth. Pishman in fifth. Crane sixth. Seventh is Hutchfield. Eighth is Spooner. Ninth is Lewis coming in the pits. No, he's not. He's 10th. Below the man who was 10th, who is now 9th, is Roy Wissner. Now it's Tits who's overtaking Lewis. Then there's going to be Manassi if he passes him. Does he? I don't know. Okay, Kevin Mass. There's only about 2 laps to go until the race is over. Okay, so Kevin is now on his last lap, unless Christian Bram can do anything about it. Okay, so and Reese has gone off again. That doesn't matter now because Mass is still leading, going in through the Halls Bend for the last time for race 2, going into the hairpin for the last time, and then going into the barn for the last time only for this race, as Kevin Mass comes through to win race 2 here at Cadwell Park. Brilliant victory, but it might be short-lived. Coming home in second place is Bramlin, English in third. Pishman will be coming home in fourth place. Fifth is Daniel Hahn, unless Crane. Yes, fifth is Daniel Hahn. Sixth is Crane. Seventh is Spooner. Eighth is Wustner. Ninth is Hutchfield, and Jan Titz rounds out your top 10. But I have to say it was very disappointing. But it was very good for Lewis until that that last moment. But I can really tell that he's actually seething. So yeah, we'll just wait for the interviews. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we got a pretty busy man in both races, Mr. Chris English. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
So, first race, you were battling with Matt Husfeld. You couldn't get past him. Now, race 2, you're battling with Daniel Hahn. Did you try to pass him?
I've tried many times, yes.
And did you manage to pass him?
You can't pass on Cadwell. It's a horrible track. Don't like it.
Right, so, but anyway, how was the race from your point of view?
It was good. I think both my 2 races have been pretty much identical in that I'm following P1 cars.
Do you think
Can't find a way past them. I haven't got enough straight line speed.
do you think you might find it different for race 3?
No, don't think so. I think I'll probably get stuck behind one again. That's the way tonight's going.
Oh my god, but that's a bit of changes though. Thank you very much for joining me, Chris. Wish you the best.
It's alright, cheers.
Right, ta.
User left your channel.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a difficult race for Chris English there. And yeah, see you in a bit for race 3. Don't go away.
non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, so we are going into the final race of the day. And we got a mixed grid. Jan Titz is on pole position ahead of Roy Wisner. Max Spooner is in third. Fourth is Simon Crane. Fifth is Daniel Hahn. Sixth, Michael Pishman. Seventh, Chris English. Eighth is Christian Bram. Ninth is Kevin Mass. And David Eve rounds out your top 10. Let's wait for the other cars to go off the grid. Okay. Okay, so there's. Let's go to. So there's Muller, there's Horton, Reese, Lewis. Basically, that's it. Unless there's more. There's got to be more. Yeah, I think that's it. There's less grid turned out today. Only for this race. Now Jan Titz did not have a good race in race 2. He only finished on the podium back in race 1, but in race 2 he flew it all the way. Can he get a win here? But what we do know is that Kevin Mass is not in this way, and Max Spooner's already messed it up. Wait a bit, Kevin Mass is already there, but Max Spooner has already messed it up going into the mountain curb. Okay, just going into the final couple of corners for the other drivers, but though for the rest of the drivers already made their way to the grid. So Jan Titz on the right, Roy Wisner on the left. Another 15 laps of Cadwell Park, the final race of the day. How hard could it be? Yeah, Max Spooner needs to get into his line. A little bit on the grass, but that's alright. Not much of a wide place Cadwell Park is, and we are ready. 4 laps to do, and the final race of Cadwell Park is lights out, the way we go. Jan Titz has made a good start, but will Simon Crane go alongside him? Yep, it's near the same experience like we did in race 1 and race 2. Below is Simon Crane going to overtake Titz, going into Charlie's? That's the main question. I don't think so. Any contact from behind? Nope. Okay, Simon Crane might make his move going into the park bend, and ooh, I think he's made it. Has he made it? Yes, he has. Well done, Simon Crane. So Jan Titz is now in. Oh! And Titz is retaking his position, and Spooner's having a go at him, and Spooner's overtaken Simon Crane for second place, or has he? No, he hasn't. And Pishman is having a go on the action now. There is going to be a huge accident, and there is! Roy Wisner is off. Going into the hall bend. Any contact from behind? That's the main question. No. So Jan Titz once again leading ahead of Simon Crane, Michael Pishman, Christian Bram, Chris English, Manasiv, Hahn, Mass, Spooner and Lewis. And Horton and Reese are just below the top 10. And Wisner and Muller. I believe that's the whole field. A whole field of 14 cars. and Tits is all over the place, but Simon Crane does not have enough speed or the energy to actually catch up to Tits. And the only hope for him is for him to make a mistake. And looks like most people will be retiring from the race. What is this supposed to be? Most people have actually retired from the race. Oh no, I think this is another of those attacks. A DDoS attack. A denial of service attack. That means Tits is the only guy on track. Yep, server crashed. Yep, time to restart. So yeah, that is basically not worked. If we'll bring you back when the server is rebooted. Please stay put. Okay, great news. We are back. Right. Hopefully, no more server crashes this time. Yes, it was a server crash, not a denial of service attack. Right. And Matthew said, "Okay, breathe calm. Let's try this again." Thank you very much, Matthew. Let's get this on. Okay, so it appears that this it unfortunately had a little bit of an effect on the timing for a bit, so do bear with me. So Yantits leading ahead of Worcester, Spooner and such. Can't go through the grid because I've already read it out.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Okay, so unfortunately we're restarting the race again. So what's this supposed to... what is it? Okay, so I think we're back to normal business now. Okay, so we're having problems really. We are having really massive problems on the last race of the day. So we started the race, we are restarting the weekend, which is basically unorthodox. And basically this is just like goodness for me. Okay, so we are
Attention
going
grid,
in.
will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Okay, so we are going into the race one more time. Okay, and right. Okay, so basically, we only got about one minimum climber there on the left. Let's hope it'll be much more safe and smoother ride because we had multiple crashes. Oh, and Tess has gone off. Tess has gone off. Okay, I think they're gonna have to abort the race. They have to abort the race because basically, if Tits is not racing, then basically no one can drive the circuit safe without crashing. Seriously. And so in the meantime, Spooner is now leading the pack. Spooner, you don't need to go over the top. You just need to wait for the other guys to come by. There we go. Going through the whole bends. Safe and sound. Okay, that's all good. Okay, we are lining up on the grid. Jantis is back in his position, by the way. So Tits on the right, Worcester on the left. So here we go for the final time today. Hopefully, the last race of the day, and it's lights out on the way we go. Jantis has got a good start, but Simon Crane is already side by side. Is ahead. Well done, Simon Crane is ahead of Jantis going into the first corner. Any contact from behind? Doesn't look like to be. But mind you, with less cars means much more chance of you going through the corner without incident. That is brilliant. Tits is still trying to get past Simon Crane, who made a fantastic start, but Tits is a little bit stronger. So can Tits make his way past Simon Crane, or can Crane make it a second victory of the day? Mind you, Max Spooner is right behind him in third place, and Spooner is actually oh! Cautious move by Spooner there. But it went into the barrier that really cost him. So we only got about 14 laps of the race left. Crane is leading ahead of Tits and Worcester, Fishman, Hahn, English, Massive. Then it is Spooner and Reese rounds out your top 10. Lewis is behind him in 11th. 12th is Horton. 13th Bram. And 14th is Muller. Anyone else? I think that is it. Right, let's have a look at any battles behind them. And Manasiv's just gone off, and basically he's ruined his race. Spooner is now crawling back up the field. There's Lewis in 11th, not where he wants to be, and Horton and Bram are going at each other. Bram of course succeeding, and Miller just right behind them. Okay, everyone's going safe through the Halls bends. Oh, and Han's gone off. Han has gone off. Oh, and that's a mighty crash. That is a mighty crash from Daniel Hahn. Not what he wanted to see in his last race of the day. Basically, he's out of the race. Manasiv has gone off. Oh! He's gone off, and that's a horrific crash. He's lost his back wing, no, but he's kept it intact. But that's just amazing, really. Group of Hall bends. Only 13 laps left. Right, Simon Crane still leading for a bit. Anyone else? Who's having a close battle at the moment? Basically the back between Reese, Bram and Hahn. Hahn needs to pit because he's lost his front bumper due to his horrific crash with the barrier earlier. Right. Simon Crane still leading. Tits unable to get up to the M Sport car. But though Worcester and Pishman are under attack of each other, is Pishman going to get past Worcester, or is Mass going to pull off his impeccable performance despite his strikes on Pishman and Worcester? That is the main task. I mind you, he's also got Chris English behind him. The reigning champion needs to make his mark if he wants to keep his crown, which is a little bit unlikely. But though he's still able to get, his points back and hopefully defend his title. Ready for the Hall bends. 11 laps to go, or at least make that 10 laps to go. Just wait. Yeah, 10 laps to go. A four-way battle for third place is really heating up. Worcester still leading ahead of Mass, English and Pishman. Is Pishman going to make a move? No. But Mass and English is also having a battle of their own. So English, instead of being stuck behind a P1 like he did in race 1, race 2, he is stuck behind a Vauxhall Insignia of Kevin Mass, which is believed to be one of the most strongest contenders in the field at the moment, or at least he is nearly going to be, had he not gotten all his strikes. And was that contact just then? I believe it was. Oh mate. So Wisner has pulled away from Pishman, but though Mass is not pulled away from English. English is really gaining on him. Only 9 laps to go, and Muller has pulled to the side of the track once again. Is that for lapped, or is he officially retiring? I mean, there's no point of him carry on. I mean, we might as well retire from the race because he's not doing well. Let's have a look at the front again. And Tits has actually closed up on Crane as Anahan officially retires from the race. Will Tits make a move on him? That is the main question. Tits is really close. So only about 8 laps to go. Tits are nearly close to Crane. Going through the first corner now. Going up into the second corner. He's really close. But Tits has to make a move if he wants to win his first race of the day. Or if he doesn't, then Crane will go for his second victory of the day. Okay, and it's really turning into a hot battle between these two. Let's have a look behind. Any difference? No difference at all, apart from the fact that Mass is moving to the head of Pishman, so has English. But though English and Mass are still at each other like loggerheads, and Wisner is still in third place, unaffected by the fact that he's still under pressure. Any battles from behind? Yet between Spooner and Lewis, which Lewis might be able to win. This is for 7th place. Lewis is nearly close to passing Spooner as they go out of the hairpin into barn, and they were nearly contact there. They're going through the Charlie's now. 6 laps to go. Any battles further behind? No. So Simon Quinn only has to keep his position for 6 more laps to be to win another race here today. Five laps to go, and Tits still on him. And oh, they're nearly touched there, going through the Charlies. Going down the park straight. They expect us to be really close. Here comes Tits, and he's using a little bit of lights to actually distract Crane. But Crane is not, in a sense, distract. Oh, and he's retired. How's that happened? And Alex Miller has retired as well. What could that be? So what that does leave in prospect is that Tits is now leading the race. What an ultimate turnaround! And so has Pishman and Manasiv and Spooner. And Kevin Mass, I think this is going to be another civic crash, isn't it? So plenty of people have already retired from the race just now, and Tits is only a couple of corners, well actually 4 laps away from scoring his first win of the race and indeed the season. Roy Wisner is in second, with Chris English in third. Roy Wisner, mind you, has lost his bumper, so basically Chris English only needs to get past him if he wants to go into second place. And basically this might be English's first podium of the season. And let's see if there's any other battles going on from behind. Matthew Lewis, no, not much battles going on there. Okay, so Jan Tits only about 3 laps away. And it's close contestant is Chris English. So basically, Chris English might not be able to pose much of a threat to Tits. And Chris English has lost it. Chris English has just lost it into Charlie's. Will he be able to get the car running again? No, he doesn't. So that means Roy Wisner is now into second place. My god, people are actually going out this race like flies. Seriously. And it turns out that the race might be abandoned to see if at least half the points will be awarded, because if it's 100% race distance, then you get all points. But if it's less than 75%, you get half the points, and if it's less than 50%, you don't get any points at all. But since it's past, this 75%, and it's coming up to 100%, you are allowed to get all points. So Roy Westner. So wait a minute, Jan Titz is only about 2 laps away from his first race win. And the race has been restarted. I don't know if it's going to be restarted or actually cancelled. We'll have to find out soon. But please join us back in a sec. Okay, I just received confirmation from the admins, and they have officially announced that they'll be stopping the race, and announced that the results will be announced from lap 10 onwards before a server crash for a second time. And I can announce that Simon Crane is the winner instead of Jan Titz. So congratulations to Simon. Jan Titz is in second with, I think, it's either Roy Worcester or Chris English was in third. So we're only got about a couple minutes left, so we might as well do the interviews. So back in a sec while I announce the interviews. Right, so unfortunately we will not be able to get any interviews at this moment in time, but so yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry it was a little bit of a long evening and a little bit short-lived for this race, but it is Cadwell Park and it is difficult and server crash. What can you do about it? But anyway, we'll see you next time for the European round, which will be at the Norris Ring in Germany from two weeks from now. So thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you at the Norris Ring. But until then, this is Ron Squire here on Dubai for the World Series Virtual Racing. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Sleep well, North Star.